In the tapestry of biblical imagery, even the smallest details can hold profound meaning. The fringes on the garments of the Israelites, often overlooked, carry a deep spiritual significance. These threads, known as tzitzit in Hebrew, served as tangible reminders of God's presence and commandments in the lives of his people. They were not merely decorative elements, but visible symbols of a covenant relationship with the divine. The concept of fringes first appears in the book of Numbers, woven into the fabric of the Israelites' journey through the wilderness. God, in his wisdom, instructed Moses to command the people to attach fringes to the corners of their garments. These fringes, with their distinctive blue thread, were to serve as a constant reminder of God's commandments and their duty to live a life set apart for his glory. The commandments regarding fringes are rooted in two key passages, Numbers 15:37-41 and Deuteronomy 22:12. In Numbers, God instructs Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, throughout the generations to come you are to make tassels on the corners of your garments, with a blue cord on each tassel. You will have these tassels to look at, and so you will remember all the commands of the Lord, that you may obey them, and not prostitute yourselves by chasing after the lusts of your own hearts and eyes." Deuteronomy echoes this command, emphasizing the practical purpose of the fringes. Make tassels on the four corners of the cloak you wear, God instructs through Moses. These verses highlight the dual purpose of the fringes, to serve as visual reminders of God's law and to prevent the Israelites from straying from the path of righteousness. The symbolism of the fringes is deeply layered. The act of physically attaching the fringes to their garments served as a daily reminder for the Israelites of their covenant with God. Each time they put on their garments, they were reminded of their commitment to follow his law. The fringes, always within their field of vision, served as a tangible representation of God's invisible presence in their lives. The blue thread woven into the fringes holds particular significance. Blue dye, derived from the tekelet snail, was a rare and precious commodity in ancient times. Its inclusion in the fringes represented the heavens, reminding the Israelites of God's sovereignty and their aspiration to live lives worthy of his calling. The number of knots and strands in the fringes also held numerical significance, further emphasizing their connection to God's commandments. The tradition of wearing fringes continued into the New Testament era. Jesus, a devout Jew, would have observed this commandment. While the Gospels do not explicitly mention Jesus wearing fringes, they do describe an incident where a woman seeks healing by touching the fringe or hem of his garment. This account suggests that Jesus' garments were consistent with Jewish law and that the fringes were a recognizable element of his attire. Today, the practice of wearing fringes remains an integral part of Jewish religious life. Orthodox Jewish men wear a talit, a prayer shawl with fringes attached to its four corners during morning prayers. The fringes serve as a powerful reminder of their heritage, their covenant with God, and their commitment to living a life guided by his teachings.